We have to learn how to live in the present, moment by moment. And that's what Jesus Christ did. That's what Guru Nanak did. Guru Nanak said, first pauri, live, that is, if I will tell you the story, but anyhow, आदमी सच्चा है जो गुजर whatever is now is truth, whatever is gone is truth, and what is going to happen is truth. This is how Guru Nanak lived. This is how, what you call that, Jesus Christ lived. But unfortunately, we are totally conditioned, and we are born. The mind is a heap of impressions, and the body is a heap of food. And as we are born, we are coming from the mother's womb. As we are getting out, what you call the placenta got separated, and the whole so placenta got separated, and the whole existence comes in. And that is, everybody has to live in the present through the existence. That is, all the trees, all the birds, all the animals, they are all living in the present. But the human being, what happened? They are totally conditioned. Now there are three eyes. Eye means instinct. We are always in the present. That's what we see. That's what everybody sees. And that's what the child is seeing. That's when the child is born. And that's what we are seeing. And that's what I see. Everything is in the that is what you call the instinct. The body is in the present. And intellect is the total conditioning. And that is what the whole India is, the whole United States is. And third thing is the intuition. That gives a 1% of mind phenomena and 99% to you are sleeping. That is 1% is the conscious, 1% is the consciousness, 99% you are not conscious. And it's totally a mind phenomena. It is not anybody's fault. But the population is increased because we are totally, what we call is totally conditioned. And that is, the population, 1800 was a 1 billion. And in 1900 was 2 billion. Now, 2025, 9 billion. Is because we have been, this marriage is totally conditioned. The children are conditioned. Even the sex is also conditioned. And if you look, if you look carefully, if you listen to the Gyani Maskeen, he's talking about Guru Nanak. And Guru Nanak said that live in the present. And that's what happened. And that's what everybody should do that. And live in the present. And population is increased because we are not in the present. We are living in the past and we are looking in the future and we are not in the present. And that's why the population of whole world is increased. But I tell you one thing. I was raised in India. 1967, I left India to go to United States. My father always lived in the present, and he learned from Baba Nanak, from Baba Sri Chand. And my father told me and my brother that you go to United States. So we went to United States in 1987, and there we did our trainings. And I tell you, the first week I was wearing a turban, and I took my turban off. And I told my brother that I'm going to stay in the United States. And 1970, my father visited United States, and because he was always the president. And I told him that I'm going to marry the American wife. But she was a German. Her parents were, her forefathers came from German into the United States. And I married her in 1973. And that's my first daughter, who was born from her. And I have 5 children. And they are totally awake. And and they're living in the present. But they also understand the intellectual mind that is totally conditioned because they're watchers, and everybody should become a watcher. Now in India, there are many people who are watchers, but unfortunately, they don't understand it. Now, my friend Shlindra, he is a watcher. On top of that, he's totally awake. He's living in the present. He knows. And now, time has come that we should all become watchers. I'm a totally watcher. As I said, I have 5 children. I have 8 grandchildren. They're all living in the present. And they understand the intellectual mind is totally conditioned, and you have to become totally conscious. And totally conscious means that you're living with the existence, and the existence is always in the present. That is totally the trees, the birds, the animals, they all live in the present. But they don't know, because that's why the dog go and pee wherever he or she is available. They will go and pee. But unfortunately, all of the men in India and in the United States and all over the world, they are all conditioned, and they are all conditioned, and they have to learn how to become the watcher. Now I tell you, I am in the Lulu Mall, and I'm making the videos, and I tell you myself that I have already I've been living in the United States for more than 50 years. And I will become the governor of the state of Florida. And when I already been applied for it, and we will start doing all the organizations so that we do all the marketing that we'll do in the January of 2026. And I know that I will definitely become the governor of the state of Florida, because I will wake up people in the United States, tell them how to live the existence, and we should always respect existence. And you can see what's happening in New Delhi. Even the whole is so much pollution. It's because too many people, too many cars, and it's totally because of conditioning. But now the good part is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has been lucky. And he has taken 3 days off, and he's gone to a different country. But you know, he's a great man, he's a great soul. I love him. But unfortunately, he's totally asleep. And hopefully, I pray every day that he wake up. And if he wake up, that'll be very, very good, because Manka Gandhi, he should be the new Prime Minister of India. And this way he can save himself. And he should do that. He should have a closed room meeting where he can tell that Manka Gandhi, she is a watcher, and she can become the Prime Minister of India, and that will be great. But that's all depends upon the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, but because he has to become a little more conscious and a little more awareness, so that he can help. He can save himself because of the nature, because nature is always the present. And we have to learn how to live in the present. I love him. He's a beautiful soul. He's a great man. I love him. But he has to act what the nature want, and he should respect the nature, and he should live with nature. And I love everybody, and I love that everybody should become in the present, and everybody should become a watcher, and we should all respect everybody, and we should not be fear from everybody, and we should honor everybody, and we should respect God. And I know myself, I love everybody, and I thank you very much.